All right. Same old crap all over again, eh? This guy's trash. He sucks. He can't do anything. His damage is horrible. You can only charge 2 shurikens. Blah, blah, blah. First day bullshit again. So, like, you go in and look at his thing, his kit. Some of it looks underwhelming. Like, that's just shurikens. Whatever, you get lots of ice damage, and ice damage, right? You charge it to the third threshold, you get 39.1%, and you can only get 2 of those out, so that's what? 60, 78, 79%, but you can actually charge 3 of those, or 4 of them, and throw them out at charge 1, and you still get 40, 56, 64% damage, so extra ice damage. And I'll show you, like, I don't know, you can get going faster with this guy. You do more damage when you're in the air, a little bit, with your shurikens, too. So being up there, yeah, it can help you a bit. See, all that was just meh, whatever, right? Mirage Shuriken, eliminate types. Okay, that's what, the QTE. See, that's not too bad. Increase overall damage 10% for the next 10 seconds, 300 MP regen. Yeah, attack quickly with those. That style skill is actually not too bad. It's kind of strong, honestly. Remove 10% of the shield and stuff like this here. This stuff is good. And then cooldown 1 second. Effective Wild Devil triggered. Excuse me. My throat's still a little messed up here. So, Wild Devil triggered to get tenacity and all this stuff. Every single one of those little ones that hit somebody too weakens them more, right? And that makes them do more damage. Yeah, right there. Lifted Spirit. And then after breaking his shield, increase the crit rate and crit damage by 15% and apply whatever. Sorry, you might have to read some of these. But these are all good skills. Like that there with the penetration. This here is actually really good too. Just entering the battle, right? Does all this stuff. So he breaks down shields. He does have high DPS. If you notice, it says those shurikens hit every single weak spot of the enemy. Every weak spot. So it's going to bypass a lot of their defense too. That's like another word to say ignore defense almost, right? Sort of. Kind of. Kind of like armor pierce. It's just getting in there. And then like those buffs are fine, but then I go look at the weapon buffs and they increase everything even more. Like the shield breaking ability reduces their shield by a full 50% and then increases the damage they take by 50% at the same freaking time or something. Like, that is ridiculous. So, I obviously don't have the tune yet. I can only go into training and in the story and use them, but already I can tell a guy is a DPS machine. Like, when it comes to story and I can wipe it out in seconds without really getting hit and stuff like that, that's a good sign right away. And believe it or not, it's a weird test for me. But you know those big stacks of red orb crystals you have to break apart? If it takes me a really long time to break one of those down, I'm like, yeah. Mirage Slayer did it in seconds. So, see, here, I'll skip through just a little bit. I'll cut the first part out. And now we're into the just training. Just put what you learned to the test type deal, right? So I just start screwing around. And there's 1, 2... Oh, I charged that one too much, but there's 3 already. Somebody was like, oh, you can only put 2 out. 2 charge that fucking 3. Yeah, right? So, like, the guy has speed out the ass. The style skill actually does quite a bit of damage, breaks down the shield, weakens him too, I'm pretty sure, right? So there's 1, 2, 3 shurikens, 4. You can have 4 going at the same time. Guarantee it. I show you a few times you can have 4 of them going. And here I kind of messed up. I was like, what's going on? I'm stuck in the door type deal. I didn't have my skills up, right? So it messed me up for a second. 2, 3. And then start shooting these little ones, right? And they do extra damage. Like every time they hit, they're hitting weak spots. And then when you have that big shuriken going at the same time, it's kind of ridiculous, right? 2, 3. And you can do this actually faster. I got it going quicker later. You just don't hold it. After you do it, you just tap it to release it right away type deal, right? And then every single one of those little ones that hits when he's jumping back weakens him even more. Up to, what, 30 stacks, so it's another 30% extra damage just hitting him with those little shurikens. and he shoots a whole bunch as he does this little back jump while he's triggered. See, that one missed, went right over. But look, it's just going to hover over there and kill something, right? But the speed at these shurikens come at is kind of ridiculous, honestly, right? And I think there's something that increases the speed and damage of them as well, right? So he's got a lot of passives and stuff. See, there's 3 shurikens, 4. There was 4 running right there. I only had 4 for a couple seconds, but like, okay, so if you stack 2 at number 3, what is that? 32, so it's like 39% or something, so you'll get like 68%. But if you stack 4 of these, they're 18% each. There's 40, 56, 64% extra ice damage right there just from stacking 4 little ones instead of trying to stack up the big ones, which takes a lot of time. I think you want the big one for an extreme evasion type deal when they're trying to hit you and you do the perfect dodge and then do the ginormous reverse shuriken. That's probably the best time to use that. Or starting off on a boss when you got a couple seconds to charge, like when, bad example I guess, but like when Minotaur's coming at you or Devil Might's flying at you, charge for a second, then release it as soon as it's hit time, right? I don't know. But I don't think you want to charge them all as big as possible every single time. Just throw the fucking things out and get them doing their job, locking enemies in place and chopping them up, right? So as they see, the damage actually doesn't look bad for this base tier friggin' tune that I got here too. I was like, see people, oh, his damage is trash and stuff. I don't see where. This guy annihilates a friggin' Agathas and shit like nobody I've ever seen. You don't even have to do anything. You don't need to throw a big shuriken at him or nothing. You just whip a whole bunch of little ones at Agatha and she melts faster than I've seen anybody else kill it. So, I don't know. 3 shurikens, 4 shurikens. The count. People need to learn how to count and know how many shurikens they can get out at the same time. 4, for sure, not 2. Oh my god. If you do it fast enough, you can get 4. I only got 3 going here right now. But then that's what I mean. You could have 3 of those things grinding away on a friggin' enemy and then jump in and do a whole bunch of friggin' attacks and then trigger and... Oh man. He's going to be fast? Okay. Now, is he a figure skater? Yes. Is he a different kind of like... It feels like a dainty kind of agility character? Yes. He feels more like one of the female characters, honestly. Right? Like he feels like you're playing Swifty or Trish or something instead. But... he's going to have his uses. There's his time, like, he's going to just start throwing down. All this ice damage he does and removing shields and stuff is kind of ridiculous. So, I'm going through. I finished up my co-op pass. I am trying to pull this guy so I can do some real testing for y'all, right? But, I swear they've been punishing me ever since I went all the way to EX beating the 50-50 with LS. Right? Not losing it once. Look at my vault at 42. It's now at like, I don't know, 29 or something. I've been trying to work it down. I've been using my co-op pass, freaking all the gems that reset today. Like we got to go back into co-op and at least collect rewards again. I had a bunch of weapon tickets. Can't get the weapon either. So I'm having horrible luck right now and I'm not spending at this moment, right? I only do that every once in a while. I go on my super parties. But, excuse me. We'll get through that and then... I go into the story. I know that much. And you can see him in action in the story, at least, right? And I don't know. I had no problems going through the story with him. It was almost easier than LS, to tell you the truth. And LS was easy mode. So, going through the story with the tunes, I think this one might be the easiest, where I just ripped through everything and didn't even have to worry. Like, I think I got hit twice. Something like that. I don't know. But, yeah. Anyway, I'll get to the story. Put some music on. You can watch that if you like and see how I use them differently. And that's the thing. I'm just starting to get going too. Wait till I actually learn this character. I get him and actually learn how to do everything with him. Like properly. This is, 5 minutes of messing around and I can already tell he's a good tune. Right? Yeah, sure. I like making fun of his name. Like, he's a Mirage Slayer. Like, mirages are so dangerous. I don't know about any mirages killing people. Maybe in the desert, when you see a freaking mirage, think it's an oasis of water and you die of thirst, right? Okay, there's that. But, and then his weapon is called the Wind Slayer. Like, he's slaying mirages and wind all day. And then MS is just such a shitty short form, too. Everybody just thinks multiple sclerosis, multiple sinuses, like... mucus slime. I don't know, right? MS. It just doesn't sound right. Put a G on it. MSG. Yeah, he's the MSG. But, I don't know why I went through all this stuff. I'm going to cut all this stuff. I've been watching myself just collect stuff, and I'm going to cut that all out for you and get right to the story. I wasn't able to completely finish it because I don't have enough pizza. I've been hunting cards and stuff, and then trying to get office level to 90 now. I'm pretty close, right? So I've actually been resetting my friggin' things. And as you see, I'm just like messing around here a little bit just to try to... See, yeah, you could shoot the spike in the air. Like friggin' LS and stuff. The only one that can't do that is EJV now. He can only throw one and then he has to fall to the ground. But you could do it multiple on the ground. But no, this guy, I don't know. Can't lie. I kind of have fun using this tune. Like, they think he's so limited and stuff, but you got to get a little creative with every tune, right? The base moves you end up doing with all the tunes end up boring. Like, come on, let's admit it, right? That you do the same movesets over and over that does damage for you, right? That's the way it goes. And look at him, just like, woo, woo, can't catch me, fossils, fossils, but yeah, like, man, he just, I don't know. He dissected those freaking Weeping Banshee, like, no problem. And I was just goofing around. Here, I'm like, here, have one of these, and then have 700 of these at once, right? So, I don't know. He's gonna be good. I'm gonna tell you, this guy's, I don't know, his DPS might be on par with like LS and everything, maybe better. I don't know, with what the buffs he has going, and when you get this guy to EX, like, oh, I didn't even go through that progression of all his different tiers. Like, he's ridiculous, right? I went through some of his skills and stuff like that. His kit looks good. It's not quite as obvious, I don't think, as other ones, but this is a good kit. Like, look what this guy is doing. If I got hit yet, there's all Silver Knights and Fallen Breeze conundrums, and I'm just like dancing around. No problem here at all. Oh, look at these guys over here. And then here, I messed up. I was going to do an extreme counter thing. I screwed up, and I should have did the perfect dodge instead. But like, yeah, what are these guys doing to me? Nothing. They can't even get close to me. And then these conundrums. Oh, I love killing these conundrums from so far away. That is awesome. I hate those fucking things. If I could take it out from friggin' halfway across the universe, that's great. The friggin' range on this shit is ridiculous, man. Like, I don't think there is a limit. I think if there's like, yeah, I get through one of these blades if they were heat seeking or something. Now look at this. I went in here. And I'm like, wait a second, I want to go too far. These two big red fucking things over here, normally I would go for those, but I'm low on pizza right now. I'm pretty sure that's going to take my pizza to do those two. There'll be a little fight and then have to do them, so I'm like, screw it, I skipped it. And this is what I'm talking about here, after I kill these friggin' Weeping Banshee things. See that? I was just messing around. The style skill is okay for taking a shield down, but not amazing, right? These other little blades, this is the way you want to do it. These Banshees are nothing now, right? Like, they're usually a little bit, take you a second to get through, and those frosticles and this thing and that thing over there. Oh, Demon Chorus doesn't take much, but like, those are all armored and shielded friggin' enemies. And he just like there was no shield and stuff. And then like, look at this. I throw one of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, done. Like, I don't know, EJV can't even cut that thing down that fast. So, that's insane. He's got a lot of DPS hiding in here. He's got a lot of potential hiding in here, I think. These little shurikens, as dainty as they seem, and kind of like a Mortal Kombat Jade weapon instead, I think he's going to be able to do some massive damage. So, but anyway, I said I was going to put music on, and I ended up talking through the whole darn thing. But there you go. That's my impressions. I don't think he's trash. I don't think he's ever going to be trash, honestly. I think people just need to learn how to use him, get his flow going, get him built up. And, like, I'm so sick of people saying that tunes are shit and trash on the first fucking day, not working as intended, and this shuriken, you can't throw it to the back of the damn map and hit a target way back there, but if there's enemies in between, it gets stuck on that. Well, like, I don't know, you know how physics work? The blade's going to hit anything in the path in between, too. I don't know, it's just kind of weird. I know it's a game, but some of it is still kind of realistic. But anyway, that's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. Till next time. Good game and all. Yeah. I'm going to try to build this guy. I'm going to. Yep. Okay. Till next time. Yeah.